Right, setting things up. Okay. Alright guys, so welcome back to Excel Island and welcome back to the channel. If you're an existing subscriber, and welcome if you're a new subscriber. My name is Abatan Sheriffdeen, and basically what I have been doing on this channel so far on this live stream actually is that I have been live streaming my learning journey to upskill myself as a data analytical person using the resources on the Datacamp platform. So currently, I'm a top rated plus freelancer on the Upwork platform. So I decided to go on a learning spree and upskill myself in some major skills like SQL, Power BI, Python, especially Python also, and Excel. I basically work with Excel every day as a freelancer. So I try as much as possible to update myself and on my Excel skills. But I've decided to upskill in Power BI, SQL, and Excel. And Python rather. And currently I'm on the data analyst in SQL on the Datacamp platform. So I decided to go on a learning spree for the next 100 days and try to upskill myself and cover enough topic on the skill on SQL in general. So I'm on the career track, data analyst in SQL. If I show you what that looks like, so I'll be so consistent with the learning, showing up every day, learning for 30, 45 minutes, maximum of 1 hour most of the time. You get it now. So far, I usually do take a break sometime, a day break just to rest and not overwhelm myself or burn out, just not to have a burnout. Do you get it now? So that's why you may see that. So if I go to data analyst in SK, you can see, wow, Datacamp just updated their user interface. So this is now how it always looks like before. So you can see I'm on the career track, data analyst in SQL. So I'm 80% through the track. So the goal is to finish the track and pass the certification. The Datacamp also have their certification here. Pass their certification and build a lot of portfolios in SQL and start pushing myself out there, applying for roles, data analytics role on major platforms. So also, after I must have finished the data analysis in SQL career track, the goal is to start the data analyst in Power BI career track also, which is 17 courses and a project. So you may want to subscribe right now and put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live also with the data analyst in Power BI career track also. There are a lot of career tracks here also. And the fact is that I've subscribed to a 1 year subscription on the Datacamp platform. So I have access to all these resources so I can use the platform to upskill myself within the next 1 year. So that's why I'm trying to build up a learning habit right now. So if I continue from here, I'll just go back to the progress dashboard. I'll show you what that career track looks like. But you can check out previous videos where I actually went into that career track. So that data analysis in SQL career track contains 11 courses with one project. You get it now. I'll just continue from data-driven decision making. So I'm almost through with this part of the course. So this is the course in that career track. So this is the ninth course in the career track. So I have two more courses to go, the 10th course and the 11th course. You get it now. So why this is coming up, as I said earlier, that I'm a top rated plus freelance data analyst on the Upwork platform. So I've had major success as a freelancer on the platform, and that is due to the influence of a coach, someone who will actually guide me through the freelancing space, my freelancing journey so far. So his name is Benga DBE, and he has a course currently on which is called the Freelance Client Magnet course. So what this course does is that it teaches you how to become a successful freelancer and run a successful freelancing business. So I'll leave a link to the course under the YouTube description, so make sure to check it out and purchase the course. Also, and I'll see you in the course community, because the course comes with a community of freelancers like me, like yourself, who are willing to scale and start their own freelancing journey. I'm also in that community. So if you purchase the course with the link in my YouTube description, you get 10% off. You also get the support of other freelancers and support from the instructor himself, which is Benga DBE, which is always weekend support, a Zoom session every weekend to guide you to all you need to know about freelancing and how to be a successful freelancer. So I'll see you in the course. Let me continue from here. So basically, I just have to learn 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, so I can cover up the whole character. I can upskill myself. So I'm in the last chapter of this course, which is the data-driven decision making with OLAP SQL queries. So I've done a couple of functions, which is the cube function, which is I'm in the roll-up function. So I just have to listen to this roll-up function one more time. So I'm checking if my live stream is actually live streaming, just to be sure. Yes. So let's learn. Let's learn something new today. I know becoming a technical person, especially if you are trying to become a freelancer, a top person in these technical roles, you just have to dedicate a couple of months for learning. You can't escape it. Do you get it now? Let's continue with roll-up function. And let me just change my speaker to my headsets.
Great job using Cube. Rollup is the next operator that we will introduce to facilitate the execution of OLAP queries. Again, we will focus on the table renting extended to demonstrate the rollup operator. The rollup operator is always used in combination with a group by statement. Parentheses around the two column names have to be used. This query returns a table with different levels of aggregation. We get the number of movie rentals for each combination of country and genre, the number of rentals for each country, and the total number of rentals. In the rollup operator, the order of the column names between parentheses is important. The first column is aggregated on two levels, but the second column is aggregated on only one level. Here we have the resulting table. Note that now the aggregation for each genre is not reported. This is the key difference with the cube operator, where the aggregate.
Let's take a look. So the genre comedy for Australia, comedy for Belgium. So the total for each genre is not reported here. So you could see that here. We only have the total. This is the grand total. Hold up. Okay, this is the grand total here for Belgium. This is the total for Belgium. This is the total for Australia. And this is the grand total here for the combination of for the whole data sets.
For all combinations of values of the selected attribute types are shown. When we change the order and put genre first and country second, we obtain this table. The last two lines are now changed.
Okay.
Instead of the aggregation for country, we now have the aggregation for genre.
Here.
The motivation for this type of aggregation is to present data on different levels of detail. Rollup returns aggregates for a hierarchy of values. When we go from aggregation for each country and genre to aggregation for each country alone, and then to the total number of movie rentals, we drop a level of detail at each step. Because we have these levels of aggregation, the order of the column names in the rollup clause is important. We can also include more than one aggregation in the table. Here, we count the number of movie rentals and the number of ratings. In the result table, we can see the corresponding numbers in columns N rentals and N ratings. Now it's your turn to aggregate data with the rollup operator rentals and N corresponding numbers. We can also include more than one aggregation in the table. Here, we count the number of movie rentals and the number of ratings. In the result table, we can see the corresponding numbers in columns N rentals and N ratings. Now it's your turn to aggregate data with the rollup operator.
Alright, so let's practice the rollup function and see how it looks like. So this one says, this exercise says number of customers. You have to give an overview of the number of customers for a presentation. It says generate a table with the total number of customers, the number of customers for each country, and the number of female and male customers for each country. So once we turn a table, the total number of customers, so that means customer is our high level, the number of customers for each country, number of male, the number of female and male customers for each country. Order the results by country and gender. Okay, let's see. We have country, gender is selected for us. For customers, which is from customers. Then we have definitely grouping by group by says total number of customers. So customers should be the first here. So country should be our high level aggregation here. Then the gender. And it says order by those two columns. So group by needs to add a roll up function here. Roll up function. Then order by country and gender. So let's see the results. Oh, I'm missing a comma here. I have to put a comma there, right? Hold up. I mean, goodbye. Country and gender in the roll-up function. I'm having that over there. Exactly, there's no comma there. Aha. We can see our result now. We want to see or generate a table with the total number of customers. The total number of customers should be here. The total number of customers is 122. Oh yeah. Oh, let me switch on my camera real quick there. Okay. Oh, sorry. My camera. So total number of customers is 122. 122. That is the total number of customers. Then it says the number of customers for each country. So for each country, you can see here, USA here is 4. For Spain, 16. For if you move up a little bit, for Slovenia is 11. You can see that for each country. Then number of female and male customers for each country. So for each country, if I go up, for Australia female is 3. Australia male is 1. Total for Australia is 4. That's what this function, this code is giving us here. So we are on track. If I submit that, that should be correct. Let's see. Boom. You did a great job there. So great job. You aggregated the data on different levels and found out that there are 3 female customers and 1 male customers for Australia. So in total, 4 customers are from Australia. And that's exactly what we want. Now, analyzing preferences on genres across countries. It says you are asked to study the preference of genres across countries. Are there particular genres which are more popular in specific countries? Evaluate the preference of customers by averaging their ratings and counting the number of movies rented from each genre. So augment the rating records with information about movies and customers. But the goal is want to evaluate the preference of customers by using average rating and counting number of movies rented for each genre. Okay, you get the average rating, a number of movies. We could decide that probably those ratings, those genres with the highest average rating have more preference to a certain line of customers, probably the male customer or the female customers. But I want to join before that, I want to join the renting table to the what? To the customers table and to the movies table. You can say join tables. Join the table. So let's start from renting as R, movies as M. Probably to be left join. Definitely sure it is a left join. Let's see if I'm not join. On movie ID. So the joining clause here is the movie ID. Between renting and customers. Definitely the movie ID here. Left movies as left join. Movies on R dot movie ID equals to M dot movie ID. Then we'll also join. We have another left join here. Left join customers and movie. But definitely customers and renting ID. So the customer ID is common to this. So you'll be using the renting ID to join the renting table to the customer table. How the customer ID equals to C dot the customer ID. So we join it three tables together like that. The code is running. Ooh, what's the error? Oh, left join. I already wrote left. So also we have a join clause there. The code is still running. Oops, we have to wait for that. Oh, that's successful. Okay, so we join the three tables together. Let's submit that and see. Probably because the table is large, now it is taking long. And that's correct. It now says calculate the average rating and the number of ratings for each country and each genre. Include the columns country and genre in the select clause. It says calculate the average rating. So let's solve this challenge here. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Select country, select genre. So select country, we are selecting the country from. The country is definitely in the renting, no, the customer table. So I have to reference the table I have to use the table reference and column reference. So our table customers have been aliased as C. You have to say C dot country. Then the genre is also from the movies table. You have to say M M dot genre. Then the average rating, definitely from the renting table, rather. So I have to reference, so if I reference, I have to call on my aggregate function there, which is avg open bracket r dot rating. Is rating, not ratings. I count the number of movie rentals. If you are just counting star, count star from there. Then the next thing is to group by using a roll of mail, grouping by country and genre. A column roll up. So we probably not use roll up there, but let's see. Roll up by what? C dot country, comma, which is M dot genre. From there, we can run the code. While that is loading, probably it's taking more time. Aha, we have our results here. So if you check it closely, so average ratings for each country, you can see this is Australia here. I'm coming down to Australia. I can see so the average rating for Australia is 6.8, as you can see. Then for this one here, this mystery and suspense doesn't have any rating, probably. It's just one movie, one count there. One rental the movie had without any rating. That is the average ratings for each country and each genre. Now let's look at each genre. I will get that. We should get that from, if you have something really close here for that. I see Belgium. Okay, I'm seeing Australia here. Like looking at Australia. Since you're using roll up, if I want to see for each country and each genre, I have to use cube. Let me try to submit this. Let's see if it's going to accept it. Number of ratings, okay. Let's see if it's going to accept that. It won't. So it's rather using Q because it says was calculate the average ratings for and the number of ratings for each country and general. So once calculate the average ratings for each country and general, the number of ratings for each country and general. So instead of using roll up, they have to use cube. Let's do that one more time. I'm waiting for the results. So we have a different result right now. You can see for Australia. So let's take a brief look at Australia. Yeah. So this is where Australia ended. So the average rating for Australia is 6.8. Then the number of, this should be down here. Let me go down. Yeah, so you can see it here for each country. No, go away. The average rating for USA is this. Then the average rating for action and adventure is this. Animation, this. While animation are having the unlock count of 12. But if you scroll down, it will be comedy. Then you can see. So the average rating for comedy is this. So that is the difference between that. How about drama here? Family record, we need to clean the record. But let's submit that. That should be a correct answer. But we need. Does it want me not to use, it's expecting me not to use any of these functions? Then let me see. Maybe just a simple goodbye. Let me run the code one more time. That maybe ask him to use a normal goodbye. Let's see now. Comedy, drama, mystery, sci-fi. Then okay. So you want me to just use the normal goodbye without the cube function or the other function. You can see the Australia comedy, Australia drama, Australia mystery, Australia sci-fi, and the average rating. We're just looking at the average rating for each of the country and genre alone. We're not looking at the grand total for the country or the average rating by country or by genre in this whole table. If you see come here, we are still having average rating for animation, for comedy, for drama, and for sci-fi here. Let's continue. Oops, I've not run this. Have I? Okay, I've not run the code. Oh. Now, finally, calculate the average rating and the number of ratings for each country and genre, as well as an aggregation over. Okay, this one is saying as well as an aggregation over all genres for each country and overall average and total number. Hold up, this is much. It says now finally calculate the average rating and the number of ratings for each country. The average rating and the number of ratings for each country and each genre, as well as an aggregation over all genres for each country and the overall average and total number. We are using that roll up or cube. Definitely we are using cube. Yeah. With OLAP extension. Okay, now the extension is saying with OLAP extension. I'm saying cube. We'll just copy this here just to save time. We will see a better result now. We run the code. Let's see. It's doing its thing. And boom. So this is the final stage we are going. But you look at it now. Calculate the average rating and the number of ratings for each country. Average rating for each country. Can see this is Australia. Please come down here, Australia. So this is the average rating for Australia. And what number of ratings for each country? So Australia has 7 ratings in total. From what? 2, 3. Oh, you can't see that. Let me switch on my camera real quick. So Australia had. Where's Australia here? This is Australia row. Australia had was 6.80 as the overall average rating. That is the average rating for each what? For each country and number of ratings. So the number of ratings for Australia is now 7. Australia got 7 ratings in total. Get it now. And genre, let's say the overall rating for each what? For each genre. If you scroll down, it will be this comedy genre from Australia, but the overall rating for comedy. Overall rating for comedy, for actually comedy, you have to scroll down, and look for where we're having now here. So this way that we're having now here, you can see this is not country. Now this is not by, this is now aggregated by what? Genre. If I say action, animation, why animation twice? Then drama. Oh, we're getting different results here. The count is different for drama. The average rating is this, but the count is also different. Why are we having 2 number of ratings there? Probably it's giving us the total ratings drama had alone. Okay, total number of ratings drama had alone, just 319. Why are we having another drama here? So this is confusing though. I don't know why that's. We're having 2. Oh, if I check this one is null. This one is null here also. So the actual rating for science and fiction is this. The overall rating is this. Then the count should be here. The number of ratings for that category of film will also be here. Probably the data set is on point. Definitely I still need to practice this But if I submit that, that should be correct. That will be accepted definitely. But let's see the summary. They're expecting to use roll up. If it's roll up will only be aggregating for a country. So I don't know the difference between roll up and cube pretty well. Let's see the difference. So roll up is going to focus on country first. It's only going to focus on only country and ignore the rest. If you look at it, Australia, 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 Australia. So we're having the overall average for Australia 6.8. If I scroll down, I should have null here, and I should have the correct information by now. Use the overall rating from the old data. Why am I having two overall ratings? 0.9, 8.0. Probably the same thing. But for comedy, probably the data set is not clean pretty well. Definitely. But I understand what this code is doing. I pretty understand that. Just have to practice with other examples to have a better view. You see submitting that. Very well, you gathered all the information of interest by using a roll-up statement. You should have explained better. I need a better explanation. This is much more scattered than you can think of. But let's continue. I configured that out later. Grouping sets. I mean, there's a major difference between roll-up and cube. One is to operations grouping set. Let's see what that looks like. So grouping set. We're almost through with this part of the course. Just listening to that.
We have now come to the final OLAP extension that we will cover in this course. We are going to look at queries with the group by grouping sets statements. We have already discussed the OLAP operators cube and rollup. Now we introduce the most flexible operator, the grouping sets operator. To demonstrate this, we will again focus on the table renting extended. We will explore how we can extract different levels of aggregation for the number of movie rentals with the grouping sets operator. Here we have an example of a query with grouping sets statement. Within the main parenthesis, we have 4 groups in parentheses. The first group is country and genre, the second is country, the third is genre, and the last is empty. These 4 groups represent different levels of aggregation. The grouping sets operator can be seen as a union over group by statements, where each of the 4 groups in parentheses represent one group by statement. We will have a look at each of the 4 groups in the grouping sets operator and see how the corresponding group by query looks. First, we count the number of movie rentals for each combination of country and genre. This corresponds to the expression in the grouping sets operator, open parenthesis, country, genre, close parenthesis. In the corresponding group by query, we group the data by country and genre. The output shows one row for each combination of country and genre. Next, we group by country. This corresponds to the expression in the grouping sets operator of country in parentheses. And here you see the corresponding group by query and its result. Similarly, now we group by genre. This is described in grouping sets by genre in parentheses. And the corresponding group by genre query gives this result. Lastly, we have the total aggregation. It is referred to in the grouping sets operator by the empty parentheses. We get the total aggregation by counting all records in the renting extended table, which is equivalent to select count star. Here again we have the query with the grouping sets operator. Its resulting table is the combination of all 4 queries which we just saw. With this specific query, we obtain all the information that is presented in a pivot table. And this is therefore equivalent to a query with group by cube of country and genre. This is the result of the grouping sets query. Note that the rows in the result table are not necessarily corresponding to the order in the grouping set statement. The first row represents the result from the total aggregation, corresponding to the empty parentheses. Remember that the null values in the columns country and genre show that these categories were aggregated. Then we have 4 rows for each combination of country and genre. Rows 6 and 7 count rentals for each country, and the final 2 rows for each genre. Grouping sets is the most flexible of the OLAP operators. We can specify which aggregations should be included in the results table. Here we calculate the number of movie rentals and also the average rating for each combination of country and genre, as well as for each genre, and show the first resulting rows. Here we have the resulting table for the query, showing the number of ratings as well as the average of the ratings for each combination of genre and country, and for each genre. Now it's time to practice again.
Yeah, let's practice one more time. Wow, why is this taking long to load? Oops. We are almost through with this part of the course though. Uh-oh. Oops, I'm back. So let us answer this question. So what question cannot be answered by the following query? You could see the select customer ID, general, average rating, counter, from renting as R, still left join movies, to arrange the renting and the movies table, group by grouping sets, customer ID, journal, then the customer ID again, then the nulls. So how many movies were watched by each customer? What is the average rating for each journal? You can see counter. Probably this can be answered though, because we are counting star from renting. Then we can also get the number of movies watched by each customers. What is the average rating of customers on the 5 for movies of the comedy? No. What is the overall average rating for all movies from all customers? This is the second question, third question that can be answered. Hold up, why? Average rating for each customer. You can see generally how many movies were watched by each customers. Let's think. I definitely need to watch these grouping sets one more time. What is the overall average rating for all movies? For all movies from all customers. Well, we don't have the movie ID there. So we're going to show us the spaces there for all movies, definitely. I had to check that one more time. It doesn't include journal. I say in the first customer ID here that was mentioned. We have the journal here, customer ID, journal, average rating, then counter. I definitely need to watch that part one more time. So I need to go back to the video of grouping sets and study it one more time. So queries with grouping sets. Okay. Let's stop the live stream here today. This is almost an hour. Alright, so thanks for staying to the end of the live stream. So if you found value in this video, do support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live. And I'll see you on other videos on the channel. Don't forget to check out the freelance clients magnet course by being my coach. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and I'll see you on day 74. Peace out.